Okay, good morning all of you. We have one more pending of basic medium balancing. See, P4 gives rise to PH3 plus H2 PO2 minus. So you know very well, first we have to write down oxidation states of each and every constant particle. Oxidation number here is 0 because elementary form. Here oxidation number is coming -3. Here find out oxidation number 2 hydrogen plus 2. Phosphorus X 2 minus 2 is -4 is equals to -1. Then we are getting X equals to +1 is coming. So write down here coming +1 oxidation number of phosphorus. Okay, we have to make it that one. Let us see which is oxidized, which is reduced. Here oxidation number, is it increasing or decreasing? 0 to -3 means oxidation number will be going on decreasing. That's called as a reduction. Same element actually it is undergoes a disproportionation reaction, a redox reaction in which same element will undergoing both oxidation and reduction. Your oxidation number is changing from 0 to +1. Oxidation number is going on increasing. That's called as oxidation. Okay, divide equation into two parts. First part is nothing but a reduction of part or reduction reaction. Reduction reaction. So which is a reduction reaction? P4 is split down into PH3. First point so we have to balance, other than hydrogen and oxygen atom has to be balanced. Here 4 phosphorus is there, only 1 phosphorus is there. That's why I will write it here. See carefully. P4 gives rise to 4 PH3. So means it is phosphorus is balanced. Listen, very simple concept. Okay, later we have to go for balancing of oxygen. No problem with oxygen here, only problem with hydrogen. Here how many hydrogens are there? 12 hydrogens is there. In basic medium, to balance the hydrogen we should add water molecules. Okay, write down here P4 plus 12 H2O plus gives rise to 4 PH3 plus how many water you added? Same number of OH minus should be adding on opposite side. Then which is balanced? Hydrogen is also balanced. But write down for every step like this, what you are doing you can understand. After completion of everything, we have to balance the charges. What are the charge on this one? 0. What are the charge on this one? 0. So totally left side charge is 0. Right side charge each one is -1. 12 means -12 is the charge. Okay, that's why we have to do something where by adding electron on left hand side, then 12 electrons. Write down final equation. P4 plus 12 H2O plus 12 electrons gives rise to 4 PH3 plus 12 OH minus is equation number 1. Take second of is nothing but oxidation reaction. Oxidation reaction. What is the oxidation reaction? Same. P4 will be converting into H2PO2 minus. H2PO2 minus. Same here also we have to first balance the other than hydrogen and oxygen. For that here 4 phosphorus, here nothing is there. That's why I write down P4 gives rise to 4 H2PO2 minus, which is balanced. Phosphorus is balanced. Next step we have to balance the oxygens. Left side how many oxygens is there? Right side 2 oxygens is there. That's why we should add left side 2 oxygens. Right down next step is nothing but P4 plus 2 H2O gives rise to 4 H2PO2 minus is there. So which is balanced here? Oxygen is balanced. Next, go for balancing of hydrogen in basic medium, somewhat different than hydrogen acidic medium balancing. Here how many hydrogens is there? 8 hydrogens is there. Here already 4 hydrogens is there. Here shortage of 4 hydrogen. Thus by to balance hydrogen in basic medium should add water molecule. How many? 4. So do next step is nothing but P4 plus 2H2O plus 4H2O gives rise to 4H2PO2 minus plus how many water molecule added? Same number of OH molecule will be added on right side, then automatically hydrogen is balanced. Check it. Yes or no? Later we have to go for balancing of charge. The left side whole charge is 0. Everyone is neutral. Now each one carries minus 4 carries minus 4 and here also minus 4 together minus 8. Then should add electrons here. How many should add? 8 electrons should be adding. I told already every electron represent minus 1 charge. Then write down here Fe4 plus 2 plus 4 6H2O plus 8 electrons gives rise to 4H2PO2 minus plus 4OH minus is equation number 2 will be there. Now check it carefully. In one reaction we have 12 electrons, in another reaction we have 8 electrons. See, somewhere problem is there. Okay, yes, we will see here oxidation reaction. P4 gives rise to H2PO2 minus. So P4 gives rise to 4 phosphorus. I taken 4 phosphorus, and later we have 8 hydrogens here to 8 oxygens. To balance the oxygen should add 8 water molecule. Oxygen is balanced. Later our work is balancing of hydrogen. We have here 8 hydrogens, here we have 16 hydrogens. So here 8 shortage is there, that's why I added 8 water molecule and 8 OH minus. Here minus 8 charge is there, here minus 4 charge is there, that's why we should equalize, that's why I added 4 electrons on right hand side. Check it carefully. In equation number 2 4 electrons is there, in equation number 1 12 electrons is there. I have to do something. What? I have to equalize the electrons, that's why equation 1 is as it is. Equation 1 is as it is nothing but P4 plus 12H2O plus 12 electrons gives rise to 4pH3 plus 12OH minus. But on equation number 2 I have to do something. I want to make it 12 electron. Already here 4 are there. Into 3 has to be done. Into 3. So the whole equation into 3 means 3p4 plus 3 8s are 24H2O plus 3 8s are 24OH minus gives rise to 3 4s are 12H2PO2 minus plus 3 8s are 24H2O plus 3 4s are 12 electron. Here 12 electron cancel. So club the oxidation and reduction part. Yes, here 24H2O, here also 24H2O cancel. Later do it. 3p4 and p4 we are getting 4p4 plus here 12H2O, there leave it. Write down 12H2O plus here 24OH minus, here 12. So bring it left, we are getting 12OH minus gives rise to 4pH3 plus 12H2PO2 minus we are getting. But before reporting, one common factor is there in this equation, we can delete it. 4 is the common factor, then we are getting P4 plus 4 common factor means 3H2O plus 3OH minus gives rise to PH3 plus 3H2PO2 minus. This is the balanced equation for that given equation in basic medium. So right now we discussed about the acidic medium balancing and basic medium balancing. Now we are going to balancing the second way is nothing but oxidation number method. Oxidation number method is a very simple not like acidic or basic medium. Oxidation number method we are doing only in acidic medium we are doing. There is no alternative for this one. I will tell you some example how to solve these models. See carefully. For example, he given first equation MnO2 plus HCl gives rise to MnCl2 plus Cl2 plus H2O is there. Already given skeletal equation, he will ask balance the reaction with respect to oxidation number method. What are the equation? MnO2 plus HCl gives rise to MnCl2 plus Cl2 plus H2O is there. See carefully. Oxidation number means we have to find out oxidation numbers very carefully. What are the oxidation number of manganese here? Plus 4. Oxidation number of chlorine is minus 1. You can do it. Manganese oxidation number is coming here plus 2. Chlorine oxidation number is 0. But here hydrogen plus 1. Here also plus 1. Oxygen minus 2. Minus 2. No change. Which species oxidation number changing? We have to identify that one. Now later, so manganese you focus. Manganese oxidation number changing from where to where? Plus 4 to plus 2. How many units is changing? 2 units change is there for each manganese. Okay, here chlorine oxidation number changing from where to where? Minus 1 to 0 means change in oxidation number of chlorine will be how much? 1 unit. Later, what we have to identify? First we have to change in oxidation number has to be calculated. Later we have to do cross multiplication. With this we have to multiply this one. With 1 we have to multiply MnO2 and with 2 we have to multiply this one. Then we are getting one thing, MnO2 plus 2HCl gives rise to MnCl2 plus Cl2 plus H2O. Okay, first step is over. Now later we have to balance other than hydrogen and oxygen atoms we have to balance. Here one manganese, here also one manganese, no problem. Now here how many chlorines are there? 4 chlorine, but right now we have only here 2 chlorine. That's why what has to be done? MnO2, take it as a 4 moles of HCl, then we are getting MnCl2 plus Cl2 plus water, which is balanced. Manganese and chlorine are balanced. Manganese and chlorine are balanced. Later we have to go for balancing of oxygen. Yes, here how many oxygens were there? 2 oxygens is there, but right now here we have only 1 oxygen. What we should do? Yes, we should multiply with 2. Then we are taking MnO2 plus 4HCl gives rise to MnCl2 plus Cl2 plus we are taking 2H2O you are taking. Then we are getting oxygen is also balanced. Automatically hydrogen balanced. Once you check it. So 4 hydrogens, here also 4 hydrogens, 1 manganese, 2 oxygens, 2 oxygens, and everything will be balanced. Yes, this is the method for the oxidation number method. All of you understanding? Just you can see one more, you can enjoy the things. Just listen carefully. Second one for balancing of redox reaction with respect to oxidation number method. I will tell you H2SO4 plus Hi gives rise to H2S plus I2 plus and H2O is there. Okay, now how can you balance this reaction, redox reaction in oxidation number method? What has to be done first? Sulfur oxidation number plus 6, iodine oxidation number -1, sulfur here you can do it -2, iodine elementary form oxidation number is 0. Sulfur oxidation number changing from where to where? plus 6 to plus 2. Sorry, plus 6 to minus 2. Plus 6 to minus 2 means plus 5, plus 4, plus 3, plus 2, plus 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2. How much variation? 8 units variation will be there. So 2 minus of minus is nothing but 8. So change in oxidation number is equals to 8. Now you take for iodine. How much change is coming? Minus 1 to 0. Minus 1 to 0 means just 1 unit change is coming. 1 unit change. What we have to do? With 1 we have to multiply H2SO4. With 8 we have to multiply HI. We are getting H2SO4 plus 8HI gives rise to. Yes, we are getting as usual H2S plus I2 plus water. Okay, first step is over. So now what is the concept? We have to balance other than hydrogen and oxygen. Here what is the other than hydrogen? Sulfur. Here also one sulfur balanced. Here how many iodines will be there? 8 iodines will be there. But here we are getting only I2. Then can be written as 4I2. So which is balanced? Sulfur and iodines are balanced. Later we have to think about remaining. H2SO4 plus 8HI gives rise to H2S plus 4I2 plus H2O. Okay, now we have to go for balancing of oxygen. Left side how many oxygens is there? 4 are there. That's why right side also has to be get 4. That's why what we should do? H2SO4 plus 8HI gives rise to H2S plus 4I2 plus 4H2O, which is balanced. Oxygen is balanced. Later go for balancing of hydrogen, automatically balance. Once you check it here, 8 hydrogen plus 2 hydrogen, 10 hydrogen. Here 2 plus 8, 10. So check it once here, everything will be balanced. All of you understanding or no? Is a very clear. Now I will tell you one more equation I will give you for clarity purpose. You see carefully. Okay, third oxidation and number method. MnO2 plus Br minus gives rise to Mn plus 2 plus Br2 plus water. Okay, check it. How to balance this equation? Listen carefully. First of all, we have to find out the oxidation numbers. Plus 4 here, plus 2. Here minus 1 oxidation number, here 0 oxidation number because elementary form. Now focus on manganese oxidation number change. Manganese oxidation number changing from plus 4 to plus 2 means how many units is changing? 2 units change is there. Here Br minus oxidation number changing from minus 1 to 0 means is nothing but 1 unit change is there. What we should do now? This with 1, this coefficient, this 2 will come, this coefficient, then written as MnO2 plus 2 Br minus gives rise to Mn plus 2 plus Br2 plus H2O we are getting. Okay, now we have to balance other than hydrogen and oxygen. Manganese is already one balanced. Two bromines balanced. This way write down here, manganese and bromine are balanced. Go for balancing of oxygen. Here 2 oxygens is there, but here only 1 is there. That's why we have to multiply it with 2. Then we are getting MnO2 plus 2 Br minus gives rise to Mn plus 2 plus Br2 plus 2H2O we are taking. Is it clear? Yes. Now you have to check it hydrogen balancing. Okay, here how many hydrogens is there? 4 hydrogen is there. But if we are doing all oxidation number method in which medium? Acidic medium. To balance hydrogen in acidic medium, what should I add? H plus particle. That's why MnO2 plus 2Br minus plus how many hydrogen? 4H plus particle gives rise to Mn plus 2 plus Br2 plus 2H2O. We are getting automatically everything will be balanced. All of you understanding? Yes, this is the very important thing. Later we can go for further concept. See carefully. See, this is the balancing of chemical reactions, that two redox reactions. So acidic medium we done, basic medium we done. Another one is oxidation number method is also done. Okay. Now we are going to further concept is nothing but redox reactions in titrations. Already you have idea regarding titrations. In some of the titrations, redox reactions is happening. What is that one? How is we can see. First of all, I want to discuss about the titration. Anybody, what is the meaning of titration? We are doing in the first and as well as second PUC. So titration means is nothing but an experiment to find out concentration of unknown solution, which information or which concentration don't know, that is calling as a unknown solution. By using a known concentration or concentration known solution, a known solution, the process is calling as a titration. So an experiment to find out the concentration of the unknown solution by using concentration of the known solution, a known concentration solution. How is this one? Already have some idea. So first of all, you have to take the 1 burette. Yes or no? In the burette, generally we are filling which solution we are filling? So unknown solution we are preparing. So unknown solution we are preparing. Unknown solution means what is the meaning? Concentration don't know. Concentration don't know. Such solution is calling as unknown solution. And in the conical flask, we are taking another solution, that is calling as definite volume. Definite volume of a known solution. Definite volume of known solution we are taking. So now, if before starting experiment we are adding one more thing, it is nothing but indicator we are adding. Indicator. So indicator means what are the use and everything we can see. So now first of all, what happening? We have to take the definite volume of the known solution. For example, 10 ml, 5 ml you are taking, and indicator you are adding. Indicator is used to find out the end point. Means by mixing of these two chemicals at a certain point, the two chemicals just completely reacted together. To identify that one, we are using indicator. That indicator gives a special appearance to entire solution like color. So now this unknown solution will be there. Its concentration has to be calculated M1, and how much volume we are using, V1 is something is there, and in the redox reaction number of moles is N1, and concentration no, yes, something is there, and its volume is we know, and number of moles is also we know. By taking all the values, we can get one concept, M1V1 by N1 is equals to M2V2 by N2. Yes, this formula, this is the unknown term, remaining everything we'll know from equation and from experiment. What is the titration? Titration is one of the experiment to find out the concentration of the unknown solution. Which concentration we don't know, that will be filled in the burette, and which we know exactly concentration should be taken in conical flask in a definite volume, 5 ml or 10 ml, like that. Now you can add them. Between unknown and known solution, chemical reaction will be happening. So how much you taken here, with respect to that one, some volume of chemical will be consuming here. After certain time, the reaction is completed. That reaction completed information can be getting by adding indicator. Because of indicator, just after completion of the chemical reaction between these two chemical, the solution color will be changing, like pink color, purple color we are getting like this. This whole information is calling as a titration. We have different type of titrations we have. I will tell you first titration. First category is nothing but permanganate titration. Permanganate titration. Listen carefully. What is the permanganate titration? So in this titration, to find out the unknown solution, we are using potassium permanganate. We are using is a purple color chemical. Here no use of indicator. KMnO4 itself acting as a indicator. No need to add indicator from outside to the chemical mixtures. Okay, under permanganate titration, first of all we are doing KMnO4 versus we are doing oxalic acid, H2C2O4 we are doing. So what is the potassium permanganate and oxalic acid? To find out the any one of the chemical concentration, this experiment is very helpful. Okay, actually we are not doing this one. Why? Because in the lab it is requires heating condition. That's why we are not doing. Okay, let it be. First of all, KMnO4 will be involving in the reaction with oxalic acid in acidic medium, H2SO4 plus H2C2O4, and gives rise to products. Products is nothing but K2SO4, better write down here only, K2SO4 plus we are getting MnSO4 we are getting, plus CO2 we are getting, plus H2O we are getting. So now between these two we are doing the experiment. So that is a redox reaction. I want to tell me. So first of all you balance this one, 2 moles, 3 moles and 5 moles. Just you balance this equation, K2SO4 and 2MnSO4, and you are getting 10 CO2 and 5 plus 3 8H2O. Automatically everything will be balanced. But here after completion of the reaction between these two, the solution is becoming end point color. End point color is a pink color. Yes, initially the oxalic acid is a colorless. When reaction is completed with KMnO4, the solution changes into pink color. Then we have to stop the experiment. Then we have to go for calculation. Okay, why we are discussing under redox reaction? It is a titration, but it is undergoing through redox process. Just you check it here. Manganese oxidation number +7. Here carbon oxidation number is I think +3 we are getting. 2 plus 2x minus 8, then we are getting +6 by 2 is nothing but +3. So here manganese oxidation number is +2, here carbon oxidation number is +4 remaining, no change in its oxidation numbers. Now check it here, manganese oxidation number changing from where to where, +7 to +2, that means is calling as a reduction. Carbon oxidation number changing from where to where, +3 to +4 means oxidation number increasing, that's why is calling as a oxidation, because oxidation number is increasing. Here oxidation number is decreasing, called as a reduction. Anyway, titration going through redox reaction, that's why is calling as redox reaction titrations. Under KMnO4 I will give you one more, KMnO4 versus ferrous salts FeSO4. This one you are doing in the second PUC as a 15 marks experiment. So what is this one? You take KMnO4. KMnO4 will be treated with H2SO4. Ferrous sulfate, actually light greenish color solution, and what we are getting, actually KMnO4 we are getting, or K2SO4 we are getting, plus MnSO4 we are getting, plus iron Fe2SO4 thrice we are getting, plus we are getting Fe2SO4 thrice, that's it, plus H2O we are getting. Take here coefficients 2, 8, 10 moles. 2, 3, 5 and 2, 8, 10 we are getting. 2, 8, 10 means is nothing but I think K2SO4, 2MnSO4, and we are getting 5 moles, and 8 H2O we are getting. Check it, balance, automatically balance in this one. So it is also end point is nothing but the pink color is the identification for completion of the reaction between ferrous sulfate and potassium permanganate. Initially ferrous sulfate is a light greenish color solution, while adding KMnO4 reaction is happening, suddenly it will be changes into pink color, then you have to stop the experiment and we have to go for calculation. What are the oxidation numbers here? +2. Your oxidation number of iron is +2 also. Your oxidation number of manganese is +2. Sorry, here manganese is coming +7, you calculate it, and here iron is coming +3 oxidation number. So +7 to +2 means what happening, oxidation number will be going on decreasing. Oxidation number decreasing means called as reduction. Here oxidation number what happening, +2 to +3, oxidation number is going on increasing, called as oxidation. Are you getting or no? Yes. Second type of redox reactions in titrate is nothing but dichromate reactions. Dichromate titrations. Dichromate titration means is nothing but we are using potassium dichromate. Already we used it in salt analysis. Orange color crystals will be there. Yes, here also only one will be there. Potassium dichromate versus ferrous sulfate FeSO4 we are doing. So first of all you take K2Cr2O7, that too also in acidic medium, H2SO4 plus FeSO4 we are doing. What we are getting means as usual K2SO4 is the product and MnSO4 is the product, plus Fe2SO4 thrice is the product, and one more is Cr2SO4 thrice is the product, plus water is also there. Just once you check it, 7 moles and 6 moles, you are getting 6, no, we have to take 3 moles and 2 chromiums as usual, and how many water molecule is remaining? 7. Balance. But what is the indicator here? That is important. It is not a self indicator. Indicator has to be used. Indicator is diphenylamine. Diphenylamine, and end point color is nothing but purple color. Initially colorless, after completion of the reaction the solution in the conical flask is becoming purple color, then you have to stop the experiment. Just once you check it here, oxidation number is +6, your oxidation number is +2, your oxidation number is +2, and iron oxidation number is +3. And sorry, MnSO4 is not possible, K2Cr2O7 no, so K2SO4 and that's it. So Cr2SO4 thrice. Now what we are getting, Fe is becoming +3, chromium is becoming also +3. Check it here, chromium oxidation number changing from where to where, +6 to +3, oxidation number decreasing, called as reduction. Iron oxidation number changing from where to where, +2 to +3, +2 to +3. So oxidation number is going on increasing, called as a oxidation. So like that both oxidation and reduction is happening in some of the titration, they are calling as redox reactions in titrations. So this is calling as a burette, and you know very well this is calling as a CF, conical flask. So we have to take here and some definite volume of the solution, and we should add indicator. After completion of the reaction between the two chemical, we will get some special color we are getting, automatically stop the experiment. Then you have to use the formula M1V1 by N1 is equals to M2V2 by N2. So N1 N2 are calling as number of moles of this solution and this solution. Yes, if you can take here only, so for example related to this one, M1 is equals to something and V1 is equals to something and N1 is equals to what is the coefficient amount? 1. FeSO4 we have to take concentration, you may get it, and volume also you are taking something, but what is the N2 value is equals to 6. Like that we can do it. And one more is there is nothing but iodometry. I will explain to you.